Let's bring back Max Friedrich into the conversation. Joining us from ARK Invest, the analyst covering digital wallets and payments. Max, thanks for jumping on with us on short notice as the report comes out a little early. Apparently, it's only for good reasons. What's the standout here that you see from a report that's got shares 12% higher?
Yeah, hey, Oliver. I think the big two themes are, on the one hand, that the recovery and the seller ecosystem is really happening much faster than investors anticipated. Remember, they reported GPV down 40% in April year over year, and that's now up 5% in July. I think that's a recovery that really nobody expected. And that's also driven by their kind of transition towards online commerce. So they enabled their sellers to sell more online. So now online GPV is actually 25% of the overall GPV. And then the second big theme here is really the Cash App, and it's just been a monster this year. They grew gross profits by 170% year over year. They expect gross profits to grow even above 200% in July. And they now stand at 30 million monthly active users. To give you some context around that, that's 5 million more users than Wells Fargo has mobile banking users, and as much as the same as Bank of America has mobile banking users. They also have 30 million. And just from a high level perspective, the growth of Cash App was just tremendous over the recent years. They went from 100 million in annualized revenues in 2.5 years, whereas the Square seller business took 5 years to go from 100 million to 1 billion in annualized revenue. So it's just a very high growth business, and it's really great to see that they're achieving that growth.
Yeah. All right. So Square, now the response very clear in the market. As you mentioned here, the gross payment volumes, even though down from a year ago, just way above the expectations. So clearly, even when there is a period of duress, the company is able to capitalize either on the market share that's happening for people doing online transactions, picking up new customers. And this is all happening as the other part of their business, the hardware, is still basically frozen out, right? I mean, there's nothing really going on here with so many stores and restaurants closed. Am I right? Or are they still able to get in contact and try and sell into some of these areas?
It's actually interesting. It sounds like they're actually also expanding their footprint in terms of acquiring new customers. So 1/3 of new sellers that sold online for the first time in Q2 were new to Square as a whole, meaning they just acquired those customers. They were new customers. And they also said that they want to invest 100 million in the third quarter. The majority of that will go to marketing and sales. So I basically think what they're seeing in the market, that there are a bunch of businesses out there which, yes, are struggling, but kind of in that struggle are evaluating or reevaluating how their businesses are set up, how much they're paying for their payment processor, what they're actually getting out of their payment processor, and that they're kind of thinking, hey, Square has a great value proposition for me. They don't only do relatively cheap payment processing, but they offer me this suite of software services that supports my business, that enables me to sell online very quickly, that enables curbside pickup, delivery, and so forth. So I think they actually can take this moment and acquire new customers and kind of show them the value proposition that they have.
So that's one of the year-over-year numbers that's actually positive, which is the subscription and services-based revenue, 346.3 million. The street was looking for about 300. That's 38% annually, and that's what you're talking about here. That even though some of the physical locations have changed in their dynamics of how customers come in, they still need some of the products. That's going into that subscription revenue category, right?
Right, but in the subscription and services category, they actually also, for now, also put Cash App in there. So that's why you also have see a lot of growth in that number. But yeah.
So Cash App is, what are they getting from all the exciting stuff over the last couple of weeks in Bitcoin? I mean, did that really fall into this category, or was this just people using the service to send money to each other?
I think Bitcoin growth was even more exciting than kind of the Cash App overall. I think you have Bitcoin revenues and gross profit growing by 600 and 700%, and that is even before the surge in Bitcoin that we saw that kind of over the last 1 or 2 weeks. So we might even expect kind of even higher numbers for Q3. So yeah, we're really excited what they're doing with Bitcoin. They also have kind of an independent side project with Square Crypto, where they're kind of funding or giving out grants to the overall kind of to the Bitcoin community. We could even see them using Bitcoin as a kind of go-to-market method if they want to expand Cash App internationally, if we're thinking about developing geographies and continents such as Africa. Obviously, there are a lot of kind of KYC, AML problems involved there too. But from the very positive stance that Jack Dorsey has on Bitcoin, and we actually also heard them on this call talking about taking Cash App global, we think they also could really do bigger things with Bitcoin as just buying and selling it on the Cash App.
All right, Max, thanks for jumping on with us, and thanks for the update here. Square obviously responding in kind to the surprisingly good report. Max Friedrich joining us from ARK Invest, of course, which invests in Square and many of the other big tech growers that have been working this